Welcome to part 2. In this part, we are discussing in detail on how to use the tools. Now the first tool is the pen tool. It can be used to draw different shapes, characters, or whatever you feel like drawing. Like if I'm to draw this, yeah, I can do this with the pen tool. And you can increase the size from 1 pixel to 300, which is the maximum. I'm going to keep it back at 6, which is the default value. So if you increase this here, your shades are going to be a little bit big. If I reduce this to like 3 pixels, it will be very thin like this. Yeah, this for the pen tool. Then another thing that comes in handy with the pen tool is the ruler. You can use it to draw straight lines or any place you want. If I want to draw, let's say like a triangle, I'm just going to do this. Then okay, I'm going to undo what I've done by clicking this to undo what I've done. Okay, then I'll modify this to give me that angle of a triangle. Then I'm going to draw it. Yes, I can move it with the middle one. Yeah, and if I turn this off, so you can use it to draw straight line. Not only straight lines, you can also use it to draw different shapes. Like if I click on this circle here, I can draw perfect circles instead of trying to draw a perfect one. I can just do that easily. Now let me click on the square to draw a perfect one instead of trying to draw one. Yeah, it's not that perfect. So now you can see the difference. Let me turn on the ruler again and undo what I've done. Then the one I like the most is the symmetry. It actually draws what you've drawn on this part or any part of the canvas on the other side. It's like it's duplicating whatever you're drawing. So if I'm to draw like any shape on the left hand side, it will do that on the right hand side, for example. See? Very creative. And that's for the pencil. Now let me uncheck this and go back to my tools. Now the second tool is the eraser. It can be used to erase things you've drawn. Yes, stuff like this. I'm just going to select this and erase this. You can also increase the size, just like the pen tool, and the opacity to increase and decrease its transparency. Yeah, you can play with these values. I'm going to set it at 0 for now. So that's for the eraser tool. Now the next one is the lasso tool. It can be used to encircle whatever you've drawn, to change it, to move it, to rotate, and also to change its perspective. That is a new feature added to the lasso tool. Like for example, let me draw something. Yeah. Okay. Now if I select my lasso tool and I encircle this, I can move this to any point I want. I can rotate this. I can flip this horizontally or vertically, or I can delete with this. Can undo that. Then there's a new feature, the perspective. I can change the perspective of this object to any perspective I want. Yeah, you can see this. Yeah, so you can play around with this. So that's for the lasso tool. Let me delete this. Next is the paint bucket tool. It can be used to give your object colors and make your animation more interesting and colorful. For example, let me head on to my pen tool and I draw a circle here and select my paint tool and I give it a magenta color. I'm not going to go in depth into the paint buckets because we're going to discuss the color panel in part 3 of this video actually. So Basically, the pin bucket tool is just to give color to your animation and make it more lively. So next is the text tool. It can be used to add text to your animation, to change the size and fonts. So let me select my text. I can add my text. Let me just write animation. Okay, that's cool. Then I can change the size to the preferred size I want by increasing or decreasing this value here to the size I want. I'm going to set it at 60 for now. Then I can also select the font if I want. I'll just select on this. There's a lot of fonts provided in the system. You can select the one you want. If I select on this and I head back to my canvas, my font will be changed. Let me select another one. Let me go with this one. Okay, yeah. Then and also select the color I want by clicking on this, and I'll be taken to the color panel where I can edit the color I want by playing with this. Here you can do whatever you want with this. You can change it to the color you want. I'm going to give it a purple color. So that's basically the tools and how to use them. It can also be used, the text tool can be used to change the perspective of your text, like the lasso tool. If I do this, yeah. So maybe you've drawn a skyscraper and the perspective you want that text to be, you can use it to change the perspective to that angle you want. So that's for the text tool. So basically, these are the primary functions of the tools. The text tool to give write-ups to the animation, the paint bucket tool to give colors to the animation, the lasso tool used to flip, to rotate, and to give perspective to the animation, the eraser tool used to erase mistakes done on the animation, and finally, the pen tool, which comes in handy with the ruler, is used to draw the animation. So in the next part, I'm going to explain in depth how to use the color panel and how to create your customized color. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell to get notified anytime I upload videos.